Hi everyone, my name is Greg Miller and I'm going to talk to you today about a topic of great interest to me, and that is energy, but specifically how we use it. So energy is the lifeblood of our global system. It is the single largest traded commodity in terms of volume and value in the global marketplace. It comprises 8% of world GDP, and 7 of the top 10 earning companies in the world are energy companies. But why is energy so important? One could argue that it is the result of what is known as the iron law of energy and the electorate. That is, if your constituents are left cold and in the dark, you're basically out of luck for getting re-elected next time. Now, in picturing the future of energy, there are 2 types of people, cornucopians and peak oilers. The former believe that our resources are abundant and that technology will save us, while the latter believe that our demand is increasing, supply is decreasing, and that this will inevitably lead to global conflict in the future. But there's a third way, combining the realism and idealism, accepting that supply is shrinking, demand is increasing, but that technology will in fact save us. And this will be done by tapping into the 5th fuel. That is, besides coal, oil, natural gas, renewables, there's efficiency. Now, the drop in U.S. energy intensity over the past 3 decades has been equivalent to an entirely new fuel source. Efficiency is the largest, cheapest, safest, and cleanest source of energy, but is also the least visible, least understood, and most neglected. Instead of concentrating on supply with talks of drill, baby, drill, efficiency targets the demand side, reducing or slowing demand growth through wasting less and using what we have more effectively. Now, this transformation depends on 2 things, behavior and technology. The behavior affects how we use energy, and technology affects how well we use energy in our buildings, vehicles, and so forth. So in his last State of the Union, President Obama issued a challenge to the nation to cut in half the energy consumption by the year 2030. This plan, known as Energy 2030, calls upon the government, private business, and investment to reduce our dependency on wasted energy. But it's not about the environment. Efficiency is about the economy, about adding jobs. It is about increasing our nation's energy security, importing less. For individuals, it's about saving money. To understand energy waste, we must look at systematic and end-use efficiency. The former involves losses in the production, transformation, and distribution of energy, while the second involves waste in our homes, businesses, and is generally a behavior problem. Now, systematic efficiency starts at the wellhead. Oil wells are not milkshakes that you can stick straws into and just suck up. They're like sponges, where the oil is stuck in a porous solid, and if you suck it out too fast, it can collapse the well. Now, although technology is improving, industry average for well recovery is only 20%. That means only 1/5 of all oil that is underground can even be recovered. That means there's huge amounts of waste before the energy even leaves the ground. Now, most oil wells also contain natural gas as well, and most companies flare or burn this gas, usually for lack of effective demand, completely wasting energy for no productive purpose. In fact, the Russian company Gazprom flares more gas annually than it exports to Europe. Now, about 2/3 of energy burnt at power plants is wasted and not converted to electricity due to the fact that we still generate electricity by simply boiling water and creating steam. An additional 5% of that energy is lost in the transmission system, which will only increase as our aging system gets older and older. Now, electricity demand fluctuates 150% every 24 hours, requiring constant switching on and off of power plants to match demand, leading to money-losing idle capacity. Now, the U.S. grid system is run on a state-by-state system, but if we could sell electricity across time zones, we could flatten out the demand curve and reduce waste. In the home, much energy is wasted from things such as light bulb waste heat, phantom load from all the gadgets we have plugged in but turned off. And while most people think that we can improve efficiency by simply changing our light bulbs to CFLs, lighting only accounts for 10% of our energy use. In fact, most energy goes to heating our homes, and although most of this is wrapped up in the building design, we can also do a lot to improve how we heat our homes. Now, in vehicles, only 15% of the gas that we put into our vehicles is actually used to move it down the road. The other 85% is wasted. UPS cuts $17 million a year from their spending just by ordering their drivers not to idle their trucks. And hybrid technology, if included in all vehicles, could lead to massive savings. But this fifth fuel, efficiency, is not just for environmentalists. It's for smart businessmen. It's for governments that need to slash their budgets. It is for the everyday man and woman who wants to save money. And it is for our children and grandchildren who will have a cleaner, safer, and more secure future. Now, ultimately, efficiency is about adapting our behaviors and taking responsibility for our actions. And while this may be the hardest part of it, it is a fuel that will continue to power our civilization for generations to come, and all it takes is one decision. Thank you.